And I think you mentioned before when we spoke, before that podcast, that actually maybe we're quite fortunate here that animals, maybe they're not so concerned with their privacy, but the farmers are. So again, there must be some illegal issues also, I think, in play here.
Definitely. In terms of, again, people usually make this or use this term, Big Brother watching, whatever. What is really important for the general public to understand when we're monitoring the animals, actually for their very benefit. So there are obviously not privacy issues as we understand for humans. If we monitor the animals, it is for that very reason to be able to look after these animals better, because we understand their current status, whether they are in an optimal environment, whether they are in their optimal physiological well-being. We're monitoring that to be able to look after them better. So there are no Big Brother issues there, I can reassure you.
Yeah, but there is also something that we all aware that we have some governmental agencies that are coming to farm, and the inspectors of the welfare, for example, and they have to come because that's the regulation. And they are normally collecting data by themselves because they have equipment, so they make the measurements. But this is very small part. To be honest, I'm not always thinking that they are going in a right way, or maybe it's not always the right picture of the barn. And then can use those data because they are already produced from the farm, so they can also go into it for the better knowledge about what's going on the farm. So that's also from the perspective of the governmental agency, it should be very important to use it. And I'm going to this side that if it's also something that will decrease the amount of work that you have, maybe you should be participating also in the cost of it, because this is something that is nice also for monitoring by the government what's going on. And I'm saying monitoring in a good way, and not monitoring that we want to catch you. It's monitoring.
Yes, exactly. Catch you to do something wrong and then pay.
So that's why what Thomas said about Big Brother is, on one side, it's something nice, because everything is transparent, and then you can look at it. But that's why the farmers also are afraid that someone will use the movies, use the data just against them, because there will be another reason for that.